Hello and welcome to Fresh Pace One Shots. My name is Joey,
And I'm Jacob.
and today we are back with Superman. Now, I just want to say ahead of time, this came out the same day as Wonder Woman number 4, which we're also covering on the channel, which probably is already out. Yeah, Wonder Woman will come out first, so that'll be there.
So this is wait. When are you releasing? Is it Christmas Eve yet? Can I say Merry Christmas Eve?
Let's see. This will be out probably Friday, so not quite.
Fine. Merry the 22nd day.
Merry
of the
Christmas
month of
Eve,
December.
Eve.
Yes. And if
That's it.
if you don't celebrate Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, and other things. And if you don't celebrate any holidays, Happy Life, I guess.
Yeah, enjoy life. Try to. It can be fine sometimes. But anyway, so this comic, this issue of Superman number 9, came out the same day as Wonder Woman number 4, and we got some hard hitters today. Goddamn.
Both of these hit so hard and
Yeah.
like in very different ways. Enough that
Yeah.
so I read them back. I essentially read them back to back.
Mm.
And I started with Wonder Woman because
Poor choice.
the emotional whiplash.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Um,
Well, I mean, still very set. Like, so okay. So
Yeah.
Joshua Williamson still on Superman with an arc
Yes.
drawn by Bruno Redondo,
who is so damn good.
Yes.
Oh man, absolute superstar that he is.
I know. I have not read any of Tom Taylor's Nightwing, obviously, but I am aware of Redondo's work on Tom Taylor's Nightwing,
He's done wonderful work.
and here it is. His art is fantastic.
Yeah.
I also want to call out colorist Adriano Lucas
Yes.
for complimenting Redondo's art so well.
Yeah.
It's not quite watercolor, but like
No.
there's this pseudo painted vibe almost.
Yeah, I get that.
Especially in like the background,
Hmm.
but like digital painted. Like it's really nice.
Yeah.
Also,
But-
I will say, of all the things, I like. It's a standard Superman bit, right? Of how the way this comic opens, honestly. But I'm just like, this pulls at my heartstrings because we open with Clark.
Still unwell from last issue's events.
Still
and-
poisoned by kryptonite.
And Lois Lane is reading him letters as he is healing from Superman fans. We get they get the shot of like these big Daily Planet mail bags, all from these people that just are fans of Superman, want to talk to him, and Lois just fucking breaks reading them, remembering her time with Clark, and she goes on to the next one, and
it's a fantastic 9-panel page.
It's
see the
it's so
mailbag.
good.
Lois breaks. Then we intercut 3 flashbacks of Lois and Clark meeting for the first time, the wedding, and the birth of John Kent. And it's fantastic.
Yeah, and this is aftermath because the chain was pretty big, and we gotta see how that ended up. We see a little bit of Perry White being Perry White. We cut over to
Still
Lex.
running for mayor, being basically, we need to show Superman as a good example. And actually, one thing that I will say Williamson does really, really well with Superman being out of commission, he doesn't forget that there's a Superman family. Like, they don't get a focus here because that's not the point of the issue.
Yeah,
But they're in a couple of background panels, so it's like
yes. But we also catch up with Lex on Stryker's Island, who's being visited by his mother, and is asking about where his daughter is, what she's doing. He doesn't want her in Metropolis
for some reason.
But Lena has Lena. I say Lena because I think that's how they pronounced. Okay, so here's the thing: they did this weird thing on the CW Supergirl show where they had a character called Lena Luthor, but she was Lex's sister, I believe.
Okay.
So but I think it was spelled the same way as it is here.
It probably is. I think it's Lena.
Yeah. So okay, Lena. Anyway, so she's still she has chosen to stay in Metropolis, and Lex asks what she's doing. She is now working at Supercorp, and I kind of love that. I really love that actually. I think
it is interesting. I wonder if Lena Luthor is a metahuman of some sort. Like,
I admittedly don't know much about the character, but also there's literally the Brainiac symbol on her head. So
yeah,
there's got to be something.
So is she a pre-existing character, or is she?
Like I said, I honestly don't know much about the character beyond her appearances here. So
could be either. Some things. Williamson is giving us hints, but they're asking more questions.
Of course, we find out that the chain is now being kept at Supercorp, and also Lena finds out about LL01, the Jor-El Lex Luthor hologram that apparently, according to him, can answer any questions that Lena might have, which she's very interested in. And
she says, "Oh, really?" And
I'm so curious to see what that's all about. So.
And here's the thing: we're going to have to wait a couple of issues because of where I'm not mad. I'm not even.
Here's the thing: I'm equally as excited to find out where that's going as I am the immediate coming issues.
Yeah, Joshua Williamson is like, "Hey, audience, here are a bunch of teases." That's what this is. Like, here are a bunch of teases for where Superman's going to go in the new year.
Mm-hmm. And also, apparently, we're still building up a big Brainiac story arc.
Yeah, we haven't had much movement on that, and
well, he only just last appeared 2 issues ago, so
yeah, but we haven't I thought he was going to be working with Farm and Graft, and
that does not seem to be the case right now.
I don't entirely get that vibe. So, hey, Josh, what are you planning?
Speaking of Josh, what the hell are you doing? Jimmy Olsen is currently in charge of the Daily Planet, as Lois lies to him and says that her and Clark needed a few days away, went to the beach. This beach is insane, and leaves Jimmy in charge for the time being. And
I
need hijinks. I need to see them. I need to see what happens.
we demand hijinks. Also, the last panel on this page, it's like you're a worse liar than I am. It's like, oh, Jimmy knows.
No, you're a worse liar than me. That's Clark.
All right, that's Clark. Clark wakes up.
And Lois rushes into his arms, and it's the sweetest thing. Once again, Williamson just crushes, nails the Lois and Clark relationship. Just nails writing them in love. It's so good. But this reunion is quickly interrupted by Mercy Graves showing up, and
partially because Superman's been recovering at Supercorp, and we are in a DC universe where the public doesn't know that Clark Kent is Superman. So it's like, hey, Lois, I did this as a favor, but you can't make people suspicious that Superman might be your husband, Clark Kent.
Mm-hmm. And so Mercy presents Clark with a way to go back out into the public as Superman, as he is still healing. He is given an armored suit. And we're going to see what that looks like momentarily. But also, we're aware of who Grafton Farms' potential next target is. As remember last issue, I think it was last issue, they were talking about people that Lex Luthor is wrong, that they're trying to talk to and pretty much get on their side, on their team. And the next person that they might be going after is Marilyn Moonlight, who's a character I'm so interested to learn more about. And it seems like that's where we're going.
I think we're getting her backstory, if not next issue, the issue after. She is a vibe.
She's amazing. I love her. But yeah, we catch up with her. We as she is met by I always forget which is Graft. I always forget which is which. I don't know why I keep doing that, but yeah, Graft.
Who Graft, implies that they are manipulating things behind the scenes with Lex and Clark, even more. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because we see Clark arrive in Superman armor.
I do like the armor, actually.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good one-off design.
Yeah. And I mean, Jamal Campbell makes it look especially good on the cover.
Yes, Campbell does the cover.
Yeah. But also, so I do love this little bit where Superman jumps in and Lex is like, "Did you really reconnect us just so I could hear you show off?"
Lex is running commentary through this scene. It's fantastic because Graft is like, it only took you a few months, but you were wearing his uniform. Lex must be so impressed. I'm not.
So good.
And it's
so good.
Yeah. Also, Graft has a mech suit.
Yes. We actually see Graft throw down here, which is really cool to see. It doesn't last long, unfortunately, like literally 2 pages, because, Clark just punches the thing out. It's nice. But yeah, as Graft attacks Marilyn with one of the lights on his kryptonite glove.
Kryptonite claw is what it's.
Kryptonite claw
with a K.
With a K, of course, yes.
Yeah, because it turns out, surprise, this was a diversion, and they disappear. Marilyn Moonlight and Clark Kent disappear.
Leaving Graft alone. Lex can't hear Superman anymore. Mercy confirms that he has disappeared, and we cut over to the past.
The distant past.
The distant past, as we don't give a specific year or anything.
No, and it's probably for the best, because, okay, geographically, the location of Metropolis has been in several places.
Mm-hmm.
But Joshua Williamson wants to write a Wild West story, so he's going to write a Wild West Superman story.
Exactly, so let it be whenever and wherever it wants to be. So, we're in the Wild West. This train is being robbed by Nighthawk and Cinnamon.
Well, no, they're not robbing it. They are, in fact, working for this old lady who has been robbed with her children more than once.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, so they're guarding this train. I have a feeling these might be existing these feel like existing character polls on.
I read this issue mere minutes before we started recording, so I did not have time to look anything up about it.
And I was too lazy to look things up. But they feel they feel like they would be like Action Comics characters from the 30s and 40s in one of like the other stories.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah. Then the train is in fact being robbed still, though, by Superman, presumably in the coolest little cowboy getup. Look at him. He's lovely. He's robbing this train, and it's going to be continued next year issue in The Man of Yesterday.
So that's Superman number 9.
It is.
You can see how Williamson is like, here's a bunch of teases for what's coming next year. Because this is the end of the first year.
The run started in March.
In March?
Or no, wait, no, that's not right. Because it started in January because it took off for Night Terrors. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, that was that. I'm very excited for the Wild West story coming up. It's just it seems like so much fun, and I love the covers for it that they've been showing off. It's great.
Yes. I've had a look at those, and those are fantastic. I love the way Williamson works with these characters. Like this feels like it's going to be a special run.
Yeah, I mean it already is in so many ways. We're 9 issues in an annual deep, and it's so good. I haven't disliked any issue so far. It's just been fucking hit after hit after hit, and I love it so much. So
it's so good.
Yeah.
I also would say, I think I mentioned this last time. The first volume, collected edition of this is out. So if you really want to give this a try and you're not one for single issues, go buy that trade.
Absolutely.
I want DC. I want DC to know Joshua Williamson writing Superman is something that people need.
Yes.
And want.
And I will gladly continue to support it. So yeah. All right, I guess that about does it. Otherwise, check out other one-shots that we're doing. We're covering Wonder Woman by Tom King and Batman Brave and the Bold by Various. Those all have issues out or coming up. Wonder Woman #4 just came out, and Brave and the Bold comes out next week.
Well, it may be slightly delayed due to Christmassy things.
It is still due for the 26th. Even our video. Yes, our video.
Our video will be delayed, but the issue comes out next on the 26th.
Yeah. Check all those out. Check out Fresh Face Comics, the main podcast. We're nearing the end of our first Marvel block, which is really cool. That'll be finishing up early next year. So
January will be our last month of Marvel. Episodes
so go check those things out. Yeah. But until then, this has been Joey Morgan
and Jacob Licklider.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.